And then once she's leaving,
yeah,
Joy
this
comes
is when Joy
over,
shows up, and then she gets all jealousy
she sees
again.
the girl, like,
yeah.
well, who's this bitch, you know? And it's nobody, it's Debbie, it's my friend.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it. It's fucking PTSD or some such shit.
So Smokey's got to poop.
Mm-hmm.
He's just got he's got a rumblies in his tumblies.
He's got the fear.
And he can't go to his house because his mom won't open the door. She's probably not home. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a key, which is weird.
He keeps forgetting his key.
Okay.
That's what it is. He said he forgot his key, and then the second time he forgot it as well.
So they cover
He's
it.
dumb.
Right?
Yeah.
He wants to go back to Craig's house. Well, he's like, number one, number two. Number two, you ain't shitting in my house.
But damn it.
So he goes back to his house, and he's going in the bushes.
Yeah.
Because, well...
Man's got to go.
Man's got to go. And then, goddamn it, Zeal comes by.
Mm-hmm. Because
several times Zeal comes out, and he's just like...
He's a man of his word. He said he was coming to clean his car, and he is. That's a good man.
Yeah.
You know?
Wrong time, though.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, don't tell anybody I'm doing this. And then it's like, all right. Hey, Smokey out here taking a shit. I ain't telling anybody else.
Yeah. He basically yells the block. Yeah.
Craig and Willie have a somewhat serious conversation. Because Craig's getting a gun.
Yeah.
Because he's going to defend himself against Big Worm.
See, this is a great, great scene. Because, like, he literally does impart some real dad wisdom. It's not the shit of, like, you eat my food, you eat my food. He literally goes just like, no. Like, does that make you feel like a man? Like, a man fights with these, and he's holding up his fists. He's like, a man doesn't hold a gun and shit like that. And I'm like, wow, that's surprisingly poignant, because I agree with that.
Well, yeah, and then, you know, the movie gets into, I think he says someone he was related to was a victim of gun violence, and it gets into the gun violence thing a bit. Not too much where it just turns into a drama for the rest of the film, but there is implied,
this does get brought up again, and this is how these things go.
A gun is not the answer, basically.
Sorry, folks, we just had to pause for technical issues because reasons.
Yeah, so, like I said, it doesn't get too serious for the rest of the film.
No, but there's an undercurrent of seriousness. It's no longer just everything's just fun and games kind of thing.
Yeah. So more of Red and Debo. You know, Debo taking his chain now because Debo comes by, they put their stuff away, and he says he's just going to tuck it in his shirt. I'm like, well, that's not gonna.
You immediately go, you're like, he's going to find that. You know he is.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but he finds it and he steals the chain. And he's like, but my grandma gave me that chain. And Debo don't care.
So Craig and Smokey pretty much spend the rest of the day trying to plan how to get $200 which isn't a whole lot of money.
It is for two out-of-work stoners.
I guess, yeah. Because
you know
I'm like...
mean? Also, $200 in 2019 dollars is significantly different than $200 in 1995 dollars.
Oh, that's fair.
You know? You're looking at... I can literally do that. I can try and find that out right now.
So Rita comes by, who's the girl who, she says she's 5'2", she looks like Janet Jackson, and this whole thing, and the whole day Smokey's like, Janet Jackson! She comes by, and she's a thicker bowl of oatmeal, let's just say.
Yes, definitely. No Janet Jackson.
No Janet Jackson.
I will admit, I will believe she's 5'2".
Yeah.
That I'll believe.
And I'm just like, oh, well. He's like, no, not interested. Kind of sends her away. Tells Debbie. And she's not happy. Well, she laughs it off. Like, oh, she didn't say she was Janet Jackson, did she? Ooh.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, she played that game, really?
But he, because he doesn't come over there to talk to Debbie. I think he comes over there to see if they're home. Or he sees Debo's there asleep with Felicia.
Yes.
Who is another one, a lot like Ezel.
Yeah.
Where she's coming around and she's asking for things like, can I just take your microwave and bring it to my house?
Yeah.
I'll bring it back. Or can I take your car? I'll bring it back.
Yeah, like weird, just asking for weird shit. That's
and it's usually met with, bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
So they sneak into the house. So he sneaks into the house to get the money. You know, more comedy ensues. You know, there's Debo's underwear and he's got to, like, get a stick to flick it out of the way.
Equivalent to $321.68.
No, I guess for stoners, that's still a lot
Broke
of money.
stoners, that's a fair amount of money.
So he flicks the underwear onto Debo, who does not wake up, thank God, because Debo would have murdered him.
Yes.
He's about to get the money, and then fucking Zell again
has to
He's
ruin
like, well, I
everything.
saw a window open, and, I just took the opportunity. And they both get out of there. He doesn't get the money. Zebo wakes up, takes a sip of water, goes back to sleep. Yeah. They catch little Chris. They finally
caught him.
And then they just, spank him a couple times and then send him on his way. That'll learn him.
Well, it didn't, but that made them happy. That's all that matters, really.
Craig and Smokey think it's going to be a drive-by with a car. It isn't, but then later on there's a van, and it is a drive-by. And then we get a really serious, they're going to die.
That's a legit,
There's gunfire exchanged.
But, again, they did have their gun, so they're shooting back, which is so stupid.
And Chris Tucker being all, cartoonish about him. Ah,
yeah, exactly.
Like he usually is in these films.
They hide in the back of a pickup truck.
Yep. It works.
Yeah. And Chris Tucker's losing his shit. It's like, no, I don't want to die here, man. Craig, I love you, man. Like, shut up, would you?
Debbie confronts Debo because he smacks the shit out of Felicia because he thinks he took her money.
Yeah, and as they said, she actually says you beat her up like a man. So basically, she's got fucking black eye and shit like that.
But how does he know that she attempted to take the money if the money's not gone? Because Smokey didn't make out with the money.
I don't think.
Is it because stuff was moved around?
It must
be. He just implied that someone was
be.
Rifling through my things, and she's the only one here, and she's known to take things.
That's the only thing I can think. Yeah.
So he smacks Debbie. Craig just arrives. He pushes Debo.
Yeah.
They fight, and it's a fucking real street
It's a legit fight. He hits him with a 2x4.
And the entire neighborhood's there, cheering Craig on, because finally someone's standing up to Debo.
But it starts with him, pulling the gun.
Yeah.
And he's got the gun, and it's in front of his parents, too, by the way, because his parents hear the gunshots and everything like that, and they're like, oh, God, where's Craig, kind of thing. And then he shows up, and then he's holding the gun on Debo's chest, and Debo's like, you ain't going to do this, you ain't going to do this. And his father's like, no, you're not going to do this. Willie's just just give me the gun, son. Just give me the gun. And then they, bang, cut. And then it's
because a gunshot is heard.
The gunshot does go off.
Cut,
and then
but then we go back, and then
and it was his mind kind of thing. It didn't actually happen. And then he does give the gun over, and that's when the street fight ensues. And then I sort of go, there's a handful of things that Craig's doing right now that could absolutely kill Debo. Hitting him with a 2x4 in the face like he tried to do.
Well, he beats him up. Debo wins the fight almost. Knocks him out. He's like, there's your boy. They're looking at him. And then he gets up, and then they're still cheering him on. And that's when he grabs
a brick.
He grabs a brick and hits him square over the head. It breaks, and Debo just is stunned. He doesn't even fall to the ground.
Even though that would kill someone.
And then he hits him with a fucking trash can, and it turns into a 90s wrestling match.
A little bit, yeah.
2x4s and just weapons.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
He wins the fight. Debo is defeated.
Yes.
He's knocked the fuck out. We get you got knocked the fuck out from Smokey.
Red takes his fucking chain back.
Red takes his chain back. Smokey takes his $200 back. Debo is never seen again. No. He gets arrested, and that's the whole plot of
pretty much,
next Friday, is that he's coming back from jail. I don't know if it's for this incident or he just went to jail.
No, it was for this incident. It literally takes place the next week.
Okay, because he beat up Felicia, so he's probably up on assault charges.
I would assume.
Craig and Willie have another heart-to-heart in the bathroom while Willie is taking a dump again.
Like you do.
He breaks up with Joy over the phone. It's obviously implied that he is with Debbie now. And Smokey says he's got Pigworm's money, and then he's done with weed.
Yeah,
and then
I'm going to rehab.
And then he hangs up the phone, and looks at it and goes, "I'm never giving up weed, and you know this, man."
And then we're done.
And then, but he totally did go to rehab because he's not in the other movies because Chris Tucker, in real life, was a born-again Christian, and he didn't want to do these movies anymore. And that is why Smokey is not in next Friday or Friday after next.
Yeah. I don't know.
But trust me, things worked out well for Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker did all right, yeah.
Okay, he might have been nominated for some Razzies for Money Talks and Fifth Element or whatever, but then he cashed in. Because over the course of 10 years after, he spent 10 years making 3 Rush Hour movies and made about $40 to $50 million.
Yeah,
for those three movies.
he's doing fine. I'm certainly not worried about poor Chris Tucker at this point.
And then, of course, Ice Cube went on had himself quite the film career as
he
well.
did.
His
I wouldn't watch any of them, but
stuff now.
Yeah. And ironically, F. Gary Gray went on to do the NWA documentary or biopic.
Straight Outta
Compton.
Yeah. As far as ratings go, 8 dry bowls of cereal out of 10 because it is a classic. Stoner classic, cult classic, comedy classic, whatever you want to. It's one of those movies that, like, in the 90s, like, it's so infinitely quotable.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, like, Willie comes out of the washroom, you know, don't anybody go there between 35 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
People have said that as after leaving a bathroom.
Or Chris Tucker's, with Miss Parker, like, all I need is 3.5 minutes. Maybe 4.
Yeah.
Like.
Or the, damn!
Yeah.
When they see her. You got knocked the fuck out. You know this man. You know what I mean? Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, there's so many things. But yeah, I will also give it 8 pig's feet. Gotta say it that way, because that was just awesome. Out of 10, because, yeah, this is just way too much fun.
And that is my MVP. Willie.
Oh, God, yeah. John Witherspoon is a goddamn treasure.
Is a comedy legend.
He really
He's
is.
a film legend.
We will definitely be doing more movies with him in them.
Ironically, he cameos in next week's film.
He does, but as I'm going to point out next week, so do 4 other people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
There are 5 people from this movie in our next week's film.
There's a whole ton of people in next week's film. I don't know if you know this or not.
And I listed all of them.
Your MVP is also Willie?
Oh, God, yes.
Because you would think Smokey, but no.
Yeah, but no. John Witherspoon is just one of the greatest things ever.
If John Witherspoon is in your movie, chances are he's the best thing in your movie. He is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, sticking to the 90s, going a little bit further back, and so... This is why I picked it.
Try to justify this shit. I dare you.
I don't need to justify anything. The justification is I get to watch... it's an excuse to watch this movie again.
Okay.
That's my justification.
Okay.
So on Sunday,
it's
the Oscars.
It is.
And one of the big movies that's nominated is Black Panther, and Black Panther has been touted as this...
Right.
You know, black superhero, lead black superhero, mostly black cast, this whole thing, and it's like, but they were talking like it was the first time this has ever been done.
Not even remotely.
But in this context of the lead and the entire class.
They say it, but it's not true.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Because I believe I have found that film, and it is one of my favorites growing up as a child. We go way back to August 6th, 1993, as we look at the superhero film, The Meteor Man, the Robert Townsend classic.
Now, I will admit that I'm prejudging this because I've never seen this movie, because...
Which is weird why you're prejudging a movie you've never seen, but
because
you do that? Is that your...
I did that when I was a kid.
Oh,
because I was a kid when this movie came out. What year was it? It was 93?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 11. And even I looked at that and went, this looks stupid. And I was 11. So, I can honestly say, in the ensuing 25 years that have passed since then, it still looks stupid to me.
Well, I'm going to say this. Given the history of this show, I mean, one of the last comic book movies we spoke about was Flash Gordon.
Yes.
So you could see where my love...
Oh.
Like, I don't pick great superhero movies.
Yeah.
But I do pick fun ones, I think. So there is going to be enjoyment here.
But
I'm not promising a cinematic classic, but...
I mean, like, now I can honestly say my favorite movie is Indefensible. And when we get there, which we're getting there soon enough, I can't defend it because I know it's a terrible piece of shit, but I love it. This... I don't know. I don't know if it doesn't look fun to me. It just looks bad. It looks bad. It doesn't look fun bad.
We'll see.
Yes.
And that'll be next week. We will talk about the Meteor Man.
Yes.
So we'll get out of here. You're Steve.
You're Justin.
And we're way back and gone.
Bye, Felicia.